Okay. Man, it's been a long time since we've talked. I think what, 3 weeks or however long we've been working from home.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been has it been crazy for you?
Yeah. Yes.
All day
The
long
first,
calls?
yeah, the first 2 weeks were crazy busy, but now it's gotten better. We're just trying to, we were trying to figure out like a strategy to how to organize the work so that we can do it more efficiently and feel like have our own mental health, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so it's we I think we've gotten it pretty good right now. So
Okay. All right,
yeah.
that's cool. So,
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I think like everyone else, getting a little stir crazy, but maybe also getting used to it a little bit.
Yeah,
So, who all is uh who all is sheltering at home with you?
it's just me and Bria.
Yeah. Do you guys
Yeah.
have any pets? I don't think I really.
No, we don't
No.
have any pets. First of all, I don't want to pay that extra fee for the month,
Uh-huh.
so I don't want to do that. But no, we don't have any pets. Um, we like dogs. We're
Yeah.
dog people.
Okay. Not
Um,
cats?
no,
Okay.
I respect the cat people, but that is not my forte at all. So I like dogs.
Did you have a dog growing up?
I didn't. My mom does not like animals. Okay, so I got my fix through my friends,
Uh-huh.
and babysitters had like little puppies, little small dogs and stuff like that. So I got to like animals through other people because my mom does not like animals.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's not having it. So she's like, y'all can get a turtle or a fish. That's it. Something that's confined and I don't have to deal with.
Yeah,
So
yeah. All right. So speaking of that, I know a little bit about, actually I don't know a whole lot. So where did you grow up?
Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
we grew up. My born and raised. I've never really lived anywhere else.
okay, so your whole life in Richmond, Virginia.
Mhm.
And I've been through Richmond once, I
Uh
think.
huh.
Yeah, so what is Richmond like? What is that area like?
Um, Depending on where you are, it's a lot of historic sites. Downtown. Um, it's mostly downtown right now. It's my school, VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University. It's taken over. It's taken over downtown.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a lot of historic sites in the downtown. It's like the Shockoe Bottom was like where they used to do slave trades and stuff. So it's like a historic site.
Yeah.
Um, but where I grew up, like the suburbs of the first, I grew up in the like close to the city.
Mhm.
Then about sixth grade, I moved to the county, Chesterfield County, and so that was a little culture shock for me because I was used to like city schools and
Yeah.
um, when I went to the county school, they didn't trust my education for the city, so they put me in regular classes. But I was supposed to be in honors classes, so it's like I had to prove myself in
Yeah.
sixth grade. Like, did she really know, as much as they say she know? And I did. So
Okay.
seventh grade, I put back in honors classes.
Yeah. So
But it
six
was cool.
movies
Like,
out
and
there.
I love the trees and stuff. Like the that's what it's the sky looks so big here compared to Richmond. Like the trees are, we have mountains and trees and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm used to, which I miss. I like that, but I do love to see the big sky in Texas. It's pretty cool.
Okay. So uh you went to high school, you went to after high school, you went to college there
Yeah,
also?
yeah.
Okay. And what did you study?
I studied business. I went to the School of Business,
Hmm.
and I got my Bachelor of Science in Business, Human Resource Management, and I got my minor in African American Studies.
All right. And
Yeah.
and so then after college, what did you do?
I was lost because it was hard to get a job in human resources. Like everybody's like seasoned in human resources, so it's like they didn't want to leave, So it was no positions, like
Yeah.
nothing. So I also, while I was in high school, I went to the technical center, and that took up all of my electives. So I did cosmetology.
Okay.
as a that was all my electives were put in the technical center. So for 2 years, my 11th and 12th grade year, I worked towards getting a license in cosmetology. So which led to me getting my license before I graduated high school. So I got my cosmetology license and my high school diploma like months apart.
Oh, that's cool. So then,
Yeah,
were you using that while you were going through
I
college?
sure was. I worked when I was in college. I worked 2 jobs. I worked as
Wow.
a cosmetologist at hair cuttery, um, and then I did tutoring. I worked for the federal government doing a Title I tutoring program for inner city schools, and
Yeah.
I did third through fifth grade math and writing, and I worked with middle schoolers in the summertime.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you it sounds like you were really busy.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know how I did it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was like, I'm looking back and like, what? How did I not just fall out and lose my mind doing all that stuff at one time and taking classes?
Yeah.
And so it was like, what in the world? So it was very busy, very interesting. And I wish I would have done internships then because it may have set me up better for a job. I was like, I don't got time for that. I need to make this money so I can pay these bills. So I didn't, which I wish I would have done that,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
Okay. So you graduate college.
Yeah,
You're having a hard time finding a job in HR.
yeah.
So
So I
what?
did cosmetology. I
Okay.
worked as a stylist for, let's see, I worked as a stylist. I did some nonprofit. I worked as an administrative assistant for a nonprofit for a little while. Um, and then I worked at a part-time as a cosmetologist and for J.C. Penney for a long time. And then um, and I did that up until I left. I always worked part-time as a stylist, and it was part-time because it wasn't paying enough for me to dedicate my whole 40 hours a week to it.
Yeah.
So I did that. I had a pretty loyal client base, and then I was a temp for healthcare, and I used to do verifications of um, procedures like CAT scans, MRIs. Um, I used to have deal with insurance companies and talk on the phone to them and get verifications for procedures for cancer patients and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah, it was pretty different.
So you were working as a stylist and you were working part-time as a temp for,
Yeah,
yeah.
Bon
So
Secours. Yeah,
again, sounds like you were really busy.
yeah. It is. It's a never ending. Like what? This is the first time I've only had one job. Like right? It's the first time I only had one job. I always was working like 2 jobs. I'm doing because I always wanted to keep up my skills for doing hair because I liked it. It was fun for me, and it's always something to do. So I still like to keep up with that, and I felt like working part time at a salon would help me keep up with my skills.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
And yeah,
I know you're a knitting stylist, right?
yes.
And who else's hair do you work
Let's
on?
see. I have done Sabrina's hair. I've done Chanel's hair. I've cut Nitten's hair, and I've cut Thomas's hair recently, especially because the barbershops are closed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've cut his hair for him. I'm trying to think. Have I done anybody else's? Jeanette is trying to recruit me to do her color when she's ready. So, so that part, and then I think that's it so far. I think that's it so far. Yeah.
You
And
know,
then I've had some ladies at church that I do their hair too. I do their color and the cuts and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you just enjoy it. You just,
Yeah. It's fun for me. And I feel like I don't think I'll ever work for another company doing it again
yeah.
because they take the fun out of it for me. Like, they want to look at, like, I remember working at JCPenney, they were like, we want to get this ratings up. We want to get these up. Your color, your this, your that, you got to do this. And I'm like, look, I'm just doing it for fun. I just want to have a good time and just play with people's hair. And, you know, like I'm learning, I like doing classes, I like learning the techniques and all that stuff, but I'm not interested in doing all that marketing and trying to go solicit people to come and get their hair. If they want to get their hair done, I would like it organically. Like if somebody used to see my sister's hair and they were like, oh, who did your hair? She's like my sister. And they'd be like, oh, let me get her number. And
Yeah.
they would work like that a lot. I like word of mouth. Like that's what I like. I don't want to be like, oh, come get your hair done by me. If they ask me, you know, that's fine. But I'm not gonna. No, I'm not going over there. So they
Okay.
wanted you to go in the store and do all that stuff.
All right. So now that you're only working one job,
Hmm.
unfortunately, now that we're all stuck at home,
Yeah.
what do you do in your free time?
Um, we walk a lot. We talk. I talk to my sister a lot because we always talk. So it's like we're always just talking about any and everything. I do a lot of that. We watch a lot of Netflix and Hulu
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
Yes. Like we just got into The Handmaid's Tale. Oh my
Oh,
God.
I
It
never
is
saw
that show is nuts.
it.
Nuts. People are crazy, but I can't stop watching it. I said I'm gonna have to take a break this week because we have been nonstop. We already in season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we've
It's
been watching that.
is it kind of dark? I've
It
heard.
is.
Yeah.
It is. It is kind of dark. But I kept hearing about it for a long time, and I'm like, I'm not watching that show. And then like I just like, let me see what the first episode looked like, and I got hooked. So I'm like, oh Lord. So I like a lot of different shows. I listen to a lot of music,
Yeah.
a lot. So we'll figure out things. Like today, we had a dance break
Yeah.
during to in work. Me and Bria, we just had a yesterday. We had one too, just to do something and just get a little hype.
Yeah.
So we play some music and start dancing. So that's what we do around here.
Uh,
No boredom.
maybe you should get Zoom going and get Knitting and some other folks
Yeah,
in a dance break. Maybe I'll join you on the dance break.
yeah. I'm telling you, man, it's a release. Like
Yeah.
get up and move a little bit. So it was pretty fun. So we do that in the free time, and I write and read quite a bit. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
writing. Yeah,
Like what do you write?
I journal
Okay.
and um, I do sometimes like to write like poetry and stuff like that.
Oh,
So yeah, I like to do things like that.
okay.
I've always liked writing.
Um, see, you mentioned music, and I know you're really into music, and you've got a great voice. You like to sing.
Thank you.
Are there specific genres of music that you like to listen to?
Um, I grew up listening to my dad. He loves like old school soul and R&B, and he loves jazz. And I've been listening to
Hmm.
that since I was a little kid, and I segued into a lot of different. Um, I like country. I like a little bit of rock. Just depends on who it is. But I like it. If I like the sound of it, I listen to it. I learn it, sing it. I can go from Rascal Flats to Aretha Franklin to Sarah Evans country, Faith. I used to love Faith Hill.
Oh,
Loved her. And but I'll listen to a little bit of everything. I have no but I really do have a thing for soul.
okay.
That's because it's my daddy.
Yeah.
My dad, he just is him and my mom, they had us listening to that. Like I was 2 years old singing Mariah Carey, or like her first songs. They were playing that a lot, but they played Aretha Franklin, a lot of Anita Baker, um, Roberta Flack, like old school, Luther Vandross, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so when did you move from? You moved from Richmond to this area, right? To Dallas.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
when was that you moved here?
February of 2019.
And did you move for this job, or no? You moved.
I had no idea about Call 'em All before I applied to it like one random day.
So you moved here. Why?
That is the question. So that's the interesting story. So me and my sister, like we are, um, we're Christian. So we listen, we pray a lot, and we both like got the. I just talked to her one day, and I was like, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I feel like I'm just like life is just going by, and I feel like I'm supposed to be doing more. Like I'm not supposed to just sit here and be in Richmond and working these two jobs. It's something else. Like I need to be. This is not enough.
Yeah.
So she was like, I know that is. I said, so let's just pray about it and see what we get. You do your thing, I'm gonna do my thing, and we're just, just see what happens. And so one day I talked to her and I said, I'll keep seeing Texas. And she said, yeah, me too. And she said, and we kept getting, and so we was like, okay. So he's like, if this is the place we're supposed to go, let's see what happens, as we move on. And we just keep it in prayer, keep it going. So we kept seeing things about Texas. It was so random. We would see license plates all the time, more than usual. People would start talking to us. They were like, oh yeah, I'm from Texas. And it's not just Texas. It would be like Dallas, or it would, the northern part of Texas. So I'm like, okay. So she was that one guy in 7-Eleven just started talking to her that she see every other day. And he just started talking to her about Dallas out of nowhere. And so my dad rented a car one time for us to travel, and it had a Texas license plate. I said, okay, I get you. I hear you. So now I'm like, okay, so now we got to see when we're supposed to go. I said, okay, so let's marinate on that one, when we're supposed to go. So then like at the beginning of January, my sister called me and she was like, Bria was like, I'm putting my 2 weeks in for work. She said, I think the end of January is it. I said, all right, let's do it. So I told my clients at work, this is how, like, on the level, I was on the edge. I was ready to go. So
Yeah.
I was like, I said, okay. And it was something that I couldn't settle. In me. So I was like, okay, I got my clients ready. I said, okay, y'all, I'm about to be moving out. I'm moving, I'm going to Texas. So I'm going to get y'all settled with a new stylist. And they were like, no. I was like, yeah, I got to go. So got them settled, and I put in my 2 weeks, and we just packed it up and we rode. My cousin and my aunt lived here, and they moved in September on a whim. And so we were like, okay, we'll stay with them for a while until we can get jobs. Now, mind you, we thinking we can stay with them and it's like enough room.
Yeah.
No. So we get here. We know and it was hard because leaving our parents was like pulling, like it was hard, but we knew we had to go. So came on here, we drove, took us a couple days. We stayed the night in Alabama, and then we came. Got here, got to the apartment. It is literally 6 of us to a 3-bedroom apartment and 2 bathrooms.
Wow.
Yeah, and we are in the ghetto, Jeff. Like we're in the hood of Denton, okay? So we were like, okay. He's like, we're here now. I said, I know I'm supposed to be here. I said, but I also know I can't live like this for this long. I said, so next prayer is gonna be, Lord, okay, you need to show me where you want me to work, because I know I'm not supposed to have any job. I know I'm supposed to have a good one and one that fits me. So we both the same way. So we're in the library every day because I can't take it. It is crazy. I've never had to live like that. So we're in the library every day. And so it was May when I got the job, but it was like April when I was applying. And it was around this time. Last year that I was applying for jobs. And it was, we were going to this church and was celebrating Passover, and Easter was coming up, and I was at my breaking point. Like we were both like, oh my God, I'm crying. Like something's got to change. So we felt that time that it was something was going to break through really quick. And so when I applied for this job and the interviews started coming, literally in a week, Jeff, this job came. I got a car in this apartment in 1 week. So we were like, okay. So this apartment we knew it was the right place because we got $500 off the first month plus no application fees. That was amazing. And I couldn't believe that, but it was the special. And so that's what we chose. And this apartment worked out. My car, I got it in one day.
How's
What the
that?
heck? I don't know. So when I left the interview from Call 'em All, the in-person interview, I got an email saying that my credit union that I in Virginia approved me for a $40,000 car loan out of the blue. I'm like, okay, what? And they said, so as soon, whenever you're ready and with no down payment, with no down payment. I was like, what?
And
So I said, okay.
you were unemployed at the time, right?
Yes, and it didn't matter. It was crazy. So I said, but I'm not gonna get a car without having this job.
Yeah.
So when Sabrina called me and told me I had the job, Bria was like, okay. She's like, this week we're going to look for a car. One of my interviews earlier, like I had like when I first got here, she was so nice. The lady was so nice. She was like, because I had been on 7 interviews by the time I got to Call 'em All. So she was the first lady who interviewed me. She said, I really like you. She said, but I just was looking for somebody with a little more experience. She said, but when you're ready to buy a car, I have somebody for you. He's been selling us cars for like 10 years and we've never had an issue with our cars. And she gave me that card. And so when I called him late months later, he was like, oh yeah, she told me about you.
Wow.
It was Jeff. I can't make this stuff up. It is so crazy. He said, yeah, she told me about you. Why don't you come on in and we can talk about it and, get it straight and all that stuff. And so when I came in after I got my call back from Sabrina, he was like, I have a couple cars that's in your price range because I let him know what my price range was. And he said, I have a couple cars. He said, I'm going to let you test drive them. And so that's what I did. And I found the second car I rode in was it. I loved it. So that's what I got. And I was like, and he was like, okay, you can take it off the lot today. We just got to get your stuff, verified through the bank. And it was just crazy. Everything just flowed like water. It was crazy. And so I was like, okay, now that is a sign I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Those are signs I'm supposed to be here. So that's how we got here. And then Bria got her job right before this year started.
Yeah.
But hers was a little more of a struggle because she didn't want to take any job either. Like we were done just picking any job.
Yeah.
So I was able to sustain while she was looking and it just worked out. Just worked out right.
So the first, so you got here in February. So February, March, April, you were living in that situation, like super crowded situation. You were
blow up mattress on the floor.
A mattress on the floor.
Yes.
And you went through that for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Then all in 1 week, you get a job, you get a new apartment, and you got a car.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. I boo-hooed. I cried because I was like, I have never experienced anything like this in my life. I have never done anything like that. I've never left and went so far from home. I've never thought I would do anything like that. And I cried because I was like, oh my God, what if I would have still been in Richmond?
Yeah.
Just doing the same old thing. And I would have never experienced something like that. Never just stepping out and taking that step. I would do it again. Even going through those 3 months of crap, I would do it again.
Were there any points in time in those 3 months when you and Bria maybe were thinking like, maybe this wasn't such a good idea?
We were thinking, we were thinking, it's like we had our moments of, we knew what we were supposed, I was like, I know I didn't come down here for nothing. I just know it. I know I didn't come down here for nothing. I said, maybe it was premature, but maybe it was the wrong people. Cause maybe because my aunt she made it seem like it was so good and it wasn't, it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. And I'm like, oh, something's got to change. I was worried about when it was going to happen, but I knew something had to change. I knew it because I didn't make that move for nothing. Yeah. So it was some times when I'm like, my parents was like, my dad, he was like, well, come home. You can always come back home. I was like, Daddy, I know, but I know I'm supposed to be here. I was like, I just got to press through for a little bit longer. But he was like, all right. He said, all right, now let me know. They were very supportive. They were like, if you need anything, let me know. Because they didn't like that we were living like that either.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, no. So it was times when we were like extra scared
Yeah.
because we didn't know when something was going to happen and we don't know how long we could take it. But we knew that we didn't come down here for nothing.
So now that you've been here for a year, how's it been? How do you like the Dallas area? How do you like everything?
I really like it. I really do. I love it. I just enjoy exploring and being someplace different and learning new things. And I have really enjoyed it. It feels like a home to me. It felt like home when I got here, not in Denton,
Yeah.
where I am now. It feels like home. So my parents came to visit in June. They were like, I see why you like it here. Like they said, it's kind of like, everything is around. It's kind of like home.
Yeah.
I see why you like it. They got real comfortable. They weren't ready to go when they left. They understood why, we like it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any chance your parents may move out this way?
Oh, Jeff, we're gonna keep hope alive. I
Yeah.
want them to move out here. I really do. Um, it's really my dad's retired. My mom, she's on her way there,
Yeah.
and like I want them to move, and my other aunt in Richmond, I want her to move. She's on her way to retirement as well. I want them to move out here.
Yeah.
I really do. So we're gonna keep dropping little, hints.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, fix up the house so you can sell it, so we can come out
Yeah.
here. So we can come on out here. So I think once what I really think is gonna get them is once one of us get married and have some kids,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
they're gonna be done. They're gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to be with their grandkids, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. My mom, she is not gonna be able to stand that. Absolutely not.
Are they ready? Do they keep asking about that?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, my mom. Yeah, I guess I have some grandchildren soon. I guess since sometimes I'm like, okay, you got plenty of other kids. My cousins got children.
Yeah.
Enjoy them. we'll have ours when we're supposed to. It's a trip. She's a trip. So I guess I can be patient. I'm like, please, please do.
All right, let me see. So I usually ask people these questions,
hmm
random questions.
Okay.
So if you could pick a number between 1 and 12,
hmm 7 is always my number.
7's your lucky number.
Yeah.
Oh, what is the best compliment you have ever received?
The best compliment is always about my smile.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't realize it a lot because I laugh a lot now. Didn't used to always laugh a lot, but um, I do. And people was like, "Oh, when you smile, it just," and I'm like, "What?" And we're like, "But it does." Like we were on a plane to we were leaving Nashville, and the flight attendant just kept telling. She's like, "Oh my God, your smile," and I'm like, "Thanks."
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really nice.
All right. Well, let's see. Is there anything that you would like all the folks at Call 'em All to know about you?
Hmm. I don't know. What would I like them to know about me?
I'm
That's a
sure
good.
that the folks that in CX know you pretty well.
Yeah.
I would guess that there are quite a few engineers that don't get to talk to you very often.
Yeah. Um. I I am very. I do have a love for people and a trust for people that can sometimes get me in trouble because I give people the benefit of the doubt beforehand. They don't have to prove anything to me from the beginning. So I have gotten burned a couple times doing that, but it doesn't stop. That doesn't stop me from, loving people, talking to people, encouraging people. I'm a people person, and
Yeah.
sometimes a people pleaser. I used to be, I'm gonna say that now. I used to be a people pleaser, and I stopped. I had to stop doing that because I was driving myself nuts,
Yeah.
trying to please everybody, and I
Yeah.
can't do that. So I try to be um, encouraging and loving, but not like I can't do everything everybody wants me to do.
Yeah.
So I have to learn the balance between that. Continue to learn the balance, but I'm learning to say no. I'm learning, but I was not a no person at all.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, everything was a yes. Like I'll do this, I'll do that. You know, I will run myself ragged trying to be the yes girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not anymore. But I do have a genuine love for people, talking to people, and just seeing them do their best, be their best, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Like, you always hear me trying to say something positive. If you're going through something bad, I'm always like, but but look at the bright side. I get on your nerves doing I might get on your nerves doing that. I've been trying to allow people to be in their, it's okay to be upset and just, have your moment, but don't stay there.
Yeah.
Don't stay there. Yeah.
So when
So,
you're when you're helping customers that call in,
mhm.
does for the most part are the customers that call in, are they nice?
Yeah, yeah. Some of them are a little just like I have, like, especially the older people and the ones like New York. They are so abrasive. Like they'll just be like, "Well, what is this?" And I was like, "Hold on." Like it's this one old man I've been talking to like every day, almost every day. His name is Jerry, and Jerry would call in and say, Brittney, I know remember who I am. I know we quite know each other quite well, but I need your help. And he's like 84, and he's trying to do this, and he's trying to go ahead of me. And I said, Jerry, wait a minute. Well, all right, okay. He said, I bet you're tired of talking to me. I said, no, I'm not. I'm not. I said, just wait a second. We're gonna get it done. Just hold on. He is so funny, but like it's the people are nice and sometimes funny. So I have to remember that they don't always know um, to look certain places or do certain things, like because they're not technologically, savvy, tech savvy. And so I'm like, okay, let me think about it. Who am I dealing with here? And then I have to adjust accordingly. But
Yeah.
it's not too bad. It's like some people like to stay on the phone and you walk them through every little thing, and you know that they could probably do it on their own, but they don't want to.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, come on, let's do it.
Yeah.
So they're pretty cool. It's like they're a little bit you get an occasional person who calls you frustrated or angry, and they just kind of take it out on you, and it's hard. Like my blood gets boiling a little bit,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, I need to calm down. Let me calm down and speak to them calmly so I can help them calm down. Yes, okay. One lady told me, I'm so sorry for being cranky. I said, ma'am, it's okay. It's cranky times. And she said, it is cranky times. I mean, it is. It's so much going on. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. So yeah.
When you're able to help them, and at the end of the day, hopefully at the end of the call, they leave happy. It makes it
Yes.
good.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Is to help them leave feeling like they can handle it once they get off the phone. Is like, you know, are you okay from here? You think you can take it on from here, or do you need me to walk you through it again? The goal is for them to be able to do it on their own and not have to call back for the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe for something new, but not the same thing. We want to get you comfortable with that so that you can get through it and feel accomplished that you can do it on your own. So that's the goal. And happily with a good
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right, man. Well, I guess that'll probably do it for today. I'm gonna have to
Okay.
try and make sure it's not another 3 weeks before I get a chance to talk to you.
Yeah.
It's gone
Sure.
by kind of fast. I miss being in the office because you can just strike up random conversations.
Yeah, I really miss that. I was just talking to Brad about that yesterday. Like, I miss everybody. I miss seeing y'all every day. And, even if you don't get to talk every day, just to have your presence, to see
Yeah.
you, like, hey, be able to say, hey, and just see you, to see somebody and talk to somebody is two different things. Like, when I can see you, I
Yeah.
can see, like, I can kind of see how you're doing a little bit. I can get a little visual of not just hearing you, but seeing you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out how to deal with that.
Yeah, man. We definitely gotta maybe we could do another, just a chat,
Yeah,
something just to
Zoom meeting or something.
check. Yeah, just to check in.
All right. Well, cool. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Absolutely. I need some interaction. I talk to Bria all day.
All right, I'm gonna have that dance meeting or dance break.
Yes, we're gonna have a dance party. I was thinking about that. We should do like a little DJ and dance party. At least listen to some fun music or
Yeah,
something. Yeah,
that
that'd be
sounds
fun.
good. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Thanks, Brittany.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you,
Talk to
Jeff.
you later.
Okay.